What's up, everybody? It's the real Trey here, and tonight we are playing City Skylines 2. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't have a single clue how to play this game, but we are here to play it and figure it out together. So, let's try it out. So, let's see what we'll get. Let's go with the Great Highlands. And of course, we are in North America, so let's do that. All right, let's go. Yeah, we'll keep on natural disasters because why not? And let's start it up. Okay, look at this. Look at that. See, I played a little bit of City Skylines 1, and they of course did not do this for you. So they didn't give you like a nice starting point with a roundabout. They even have an outlet over here as well. So I guess you can connect from both sides and have a city start on either one. But of course we're gonna start over here with the main highway. So before we do anything, let us. So I think we'll go with the sewage outlet first. So let's try and get sewage over here as far away as we can. Because one thing we do not want is a sewage anywhere near our city. So put that down there, and let's go for. I don't think we need a water pumping station. So I'm not really seeing any. Let's not worry about that right now. Do we have a water pumping station? We do. So let's go and put a water pumping station all over here. Far enough away from our sewage, but at the same time, we do have some good access to it. So I think it'd be best if we try and go towards the water outlets. We have less time to waste there. I'm not gonna lie to you. How do you snap tools? Okay. Alright. So tool options. We have all these. We have all these options here. Let's keep them all on for now. How do I? Oh, okay. Let's go. All right. So let's not worry about that. Let's just go for a straight 90. I definitely don't want to waste too much money, even though we have $449,000 to spend. But one thing I don't want to do is go ahead and waste it all as much as I don't want to waste it, but I want to go ahead and put a good infrastructure down. Get some 90s. So we'll have our general residence over in this direction, and we'll do general industry going the other way. So I don't think I will need too much, especially for a new city. I don't 100% know where that 10 mark is, but we'll go for, let's see what we can do here. Let's go for 100 meters, and we can't get 100 meters, so we'll figure it out. We'll go for 136, and we'll finish off back here, and we'll do the same thing the other way. Let's try and get that 104. All right, 136, and we'll finish it off. Since I don't know 100% the middle round, because I did not do the math, we'll just stick with that. Okay. This looks pretty centered to me, so let's go straight. And let's go ahead and try and get a line here. And bang! Right to the middle, baby. Let's go. Alright, so we're not going to go spin up too much. I think I made it a little bit too big, so we will go ahead and try and cut some of that down and put this right here. It's not going to be very symmetrical. I'm not going to lie to you guys. So we're doing what we can. So let's put that there as well, and we'll do one more here. And after that, I think we only need one more after that, and we should be good to start. We'll put down some more infrastructure, probably down here later. So I think we'll make this straight line. Of course, it's not going to be residential. We will make that for, you know, anything, any shops that want to come into town or something like that. So what we do need, though, is let's go ahead and get our pipes together. Oh, wow. Oops. So let's go get our pipes here. So let's try and connect that. Let's try and, you know, get it as straight as we can. Straight on the road. And oh, okay. I apologize for that. So I did notice that we have combination pipes. So if we go ahead and get that pipe here, we get combination pipes, so we don't have to worry too much about where we have some overlay in pipes. So let's get from all into the streets here. And that's not in the street. But, you know, I'm not a professional, so let's go ahead and try and get it as close as we can. I might have to turn off some snapping tools here. Turn off the snapping tools, and let's try and get it as straight as we can. I could have sworn I turned off snapping tools. Alright, so let's get that right here. Close enough. And let's try and go all the way here. And we are connected. I don't 100% know if it's connected. I think it is, though. So let's not worry about that, because I'm pretty sure it's connected. Alright, so for this section, we definitely overbuilt. So let's go ahead and try and zone for the area that we actually are going to use for now. So these areas are going to we're trying to fill these areas in fast. And what I'm probably going to do is cut these down again, so that we don't have too much space that we cannot have residents on. So if we cut this down, there we go. Yep, almost there, and we are there. So we go ahead and cut that down, and we don't have to worry about, you know, having an abundance of space that just can't be used. Okay. So we got our pipes down. I think we're missing one pipe here. We're missing one pipe. We're just gonna send this completely straight down a line, and all the way to here. Make sure this lines up. I'm pretty sure it is. Uh-oh. So this is one thing I do not 100% remember. I think I can get that there. Okay, I apologize. Alright, so that's connected, and because I do not feel like deleting, and I do not remember, I don't know how to 100% delete, because I have not played this game at all. So we were not going to try and delete that. Let's see if we can get this excavator. We can remove stuff, but we're not going to worry about that too much right now. We can come back and fix this later. Okay, so let us try and get some power as well. I do believe in this game we can't just have a power plant that runs everything. So we will need to worry about, you know, having transformers around for, you know, specific areas and things like that. So what we'll do for now is we'll try and get a power plant. Oh, let's try and get it close. As close up here as we can. And we'll also put down a coal power plant. So we can try and feed over some power from can to between these two. So we will need a pole line. I do apologize, actually, because I don't think we need these to be so close. Because one's generating power and one is taking in power for distribution. Let's go ahead and get that moved somewhere else. Let's see. Are we able to move? That's a radio. Where am I pressing? Okay. I feel like a noob. I feel like a new kid. I have no idea how to move stuff anymore in this game. All right. So let's try and get this transformer closer to a residential area. They probably don't want it to be super close. So what we'll do is we'll put it here, and I don't plan on having any more. I'll put it over here, and I won't plan on having too much more over in that area. You know, getting close to the highway. So we're already a tiny village. And wow, we got a whole lot of money. I don't know how far that's gonna go. So let's see our progression guide. Of course, we get a nice loan, tile maps. Oh, we get a city budget, city statistics. Ooh, we get medium density, more roads, and what else do we get? Let's try and scroll down here. Oh, we get a whole lot of roads. We get healthcare. Oh, okay. Garbage management. We definitely want landfill. And we've done all this before we even put down a single residential building. So I'm interested to see specifically how we plan on getting higher in here if we can get any higher before we even get a single building put down other than, you know, the baseline. But what we will need first is we will need a power line between these two. Oops. So let's go ahead and get a power line. So this is gonna go straight over the highway. I think I've made this a little bit unorthodox here. So let's try and get rid of that. I wish I remember how to get rid of a bit of stuff, a little bit more stuff. So let's try and get these as best as we can, because I don't want to have to go too far. Take that here, and let's go straight to it. All right, so we got power all the way to what is our transformer station? Let's see. This needs water. We will definitely need power to these two locations. And it's also saying we need a road here as well. So let's go ahead and try and get a smaller road. Let's go with a dirt road for now, for this. And we will just bring this along the shoreline. Let's try and get a curve into this. Yep. Curve. It's overlapping items. That's not good. Why is it overlapping? Okay. Is it because I need a different road? Oh wow. I don't actually know. So we have a slope to... Uh-oh. I apologize. So if you did not know, we have a power outage because we forgot to pause. Okay, so let us figure out. We don't technically need to have a road here first. I do think it's probably best to have a road. Nonetheless, so let's try to do something here. Oh, we got soul. Okay, we have too steep of a slope. Can we get this? Oh, maybe. There we go. So we don't want to put it on the road. Let's get as close as we can. There we go. Let's try and get this. Let's try and freeform this. And we will go ahead and try and get this connected to this road. Okay, so we've got the... Oh, wow. I apologize. So we got it connected now. If it once they connect, it'll be nice. Okay, let's try and just get a straight line. We don't want a straight line. So what we want to get this kind of curved as straight as we can, so we can get it just perfectly lined up. So let's line that up. There we go. So we've got a connection here. So we still need power. That also needs power. And this one, I don't believe this needs power. So we're not going to worry about that because it's not asking for power. So let's see. What can we do here? I don't 100% know if we can do power lines under the road. So let's see what we can do. Do we have anything here? Okay. So let's go ahead and put some low voltage pole lines. Let's get a low voltage pole line from here. We're gonna send it straight back, and it's overlapping. And we're gonna just go ahead and send that straight this way. Okay. And let's try and get it close here. And how do we actually connect is a question. It's overlapping. Let's see. How do we get this to connect? Alright, let's see what we got. Can we start it up? Do we not have power still? There we go. We've got a little bit of power. So it may not be connected, but we got something going. And this is asking for water. And I assume that's going to be kind of... that should be fixed. If this is pumping some, some good water through it. So let's see if we can check... I apologize. Where on earth do we go to check that? Do we go here? Let's see. That is our city statistics. Let's go ahead and pause again. And let's see what do we have here in terms of where do we check our water consumption. So I don't know if we have any water actually getting pumped. We should have some water getting pumped into here. So we have fresh water. Water availability is very low. So let's let's see if we can put another pump in. It may not be 100% necessary. Either that, or what we can do is I'll go ahead and try and put a water outlet a little bit closer to the highway so that we can have a little bit more storage. Oh wow, it's not connecting for me. Can we connect it here? Yes, it's connected. It still needs water. And this is having some drainage issues, looks like. Oh, it is not having drainage issues. Let's see what happens if we start it up again. Let us try and get a little bit better of a look to see if anything, it cleared up. See, we got more water pumping and everything. So let's go ahead and pause it again, and let's see what we need. We need medium density residential demand and low density residential demand. So let's go ahead and try and put that in. So let's see. Let's go ahead and put some medium residential. Let's get that closer to the road here. Let's see. I believe there should be a tool so I can try and get this. I don't want to paint this over. Let's try to select areas to fill. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and fill this entire section in as we go. And we'll have to do our best to try and fix the power as we go as well. That's going to be a big issue for us because we are not 100% there yet when it comes to getting some of that done. Are we able to clear up some of these zones? Because we do not need this here. There we go. So we gotta go ahead and click that back. Ooh, we did not mean to do that. Alright, so let's get back to here again. And let us start printing off some smaller residential. Let's leave a 3x3 zone here. For commercial, and we'll leave another 3x3 for commercial as well. So we got 3x3 and a 3x3. Alrighty, so we'll have commercial all up here, we'll have medium residential, a little bit closer to the the main road as we come in, and we'll have our low residential in the back, getting closer to the waterway. And let's go ahead and fill a little bit more of this in. They shouldn't have too much an issue with it, but let's see what happens if we go ahead and get this started. Alrighty, so we got some buildings coming up, and and look at that demand, it's going down. Alrighty, so I do believe we will more than likely have a lot of issues coming up soon. So we'll have to see how will it go in terms of power distribution. But as of right now, let's go ahead and try and fill in some not general industry. Let's try and fill in some of this demand here. And they shouldn't have too much coming up. And it looks like we do have natural water, I believe that is underground. So we're not gonna put anything here as much as I'd want to. And we got an achievement. Awesome. My first city. Alright. So let's see what we got for power. I think we have power going all through here. We have a lot of electrical availability. So the electrical trade, I'm not 100% sure that is. I don't believe we're exporting or importing anything, so we shouldn't have that at this time. So that is definitely getting some power, and we want to have some backup power eventually. We're not going to use any solar power as of right now, but let's go ahead and not worry about the demand, because we do need to place a little bit more infrastructure down before we can get everything going. So let's go ahead and get a clinic. Let's probably put it close to the road where we have a little more room to expand. Let's see, let's put it right... let's put it right here. So we got a clinic. What else do we have? So we have a cemetery as well. So for the cemetery, I don't want to have it extremely close. So let's put it over here. I know they're probably not going to be the most excited to, have to drive close to a water plant to get to the cemetery. But at least they will have a beautiful view as they, get rid of some of their, deceased family members. And then at least the last thing they'll see is a beautiful view of the lake. So let's go ahead and put that down. And we will go ahead and put a recycling center all the way in our industrial zone. So let's put that over here so we have a little bit more room to expand. Let's see. As of right now, we do need a lot more... We have a lot of demand for people wanting to move in, and they will need a lot of work. So let's go ahead and get some more... Let's go ahead and get some more of this industrial zones down, and we will go ahead and get a few more businesses in here, just so the economy can start booming a little bit more. Alright, so we go ahead and get that down, and that should drastically get rid of some of our demand for our low density businesses. So let's put some businesses, let's put these also in our empty 3x3 zones. So we have a little bit, so we have our corner stores. It looks like we have somebody here who might have an issue. There we go. So they were planning on moving out and rebuilding, which I have no issue. If you want to rebuild, it's your property, you do your thing. Alright, so these low density zones, I should have made it a little bit easier for them to get between their houses. But it's alright, because we don't need to. We have a lot of room to expand. We can expand north here. But as of right now, let's just continue to fill in, and we will worry about that later. We have a lot of money to play with, and we do not need to worry about it at this time. Let's see, what is going on here? Uh-oh. What does that see? Uh-oh, that's already gone. Okay. We got a lot of houses being built. We have some general industry is having a bit of a demand right now. So we'll worry about that in a second. So what we want to worry about is where do we want to go and expand to. So I want to move a little bit of housing back here. And we can do that. I don't want to get too close to this highway because it might be a little bit noisy. So let's not do that. Alrighty, so we are having a pretty large spike in demand for some work for some of our citizens. So let's go ahead and get that in. Let's go ahead and push it back to a 104. There we go, 136 and another 104. Straighten that up a little bit, and we're gonna send this about 104 as well. There we go. So we have a little bit more room to go to expand here. Eventually, we'll pretty much encapsulate this, but as of right now, we're not going to. Let's see. What can we do here? Well, before we actually decide to make any more changes, we should probably fill in some demand here. Because what we don't want to do, we don't want to overbuild and, you know, use a whole lot of space, use up a whole lot of space that we don't need to use that can be repurposed for something else. So at that time, let's go ahead and just start putting down some more industry and some more industrial zones, and that looks beautiful. Alrighty, so we got a lot of residential over here, and we got a lot of general industry over here. Alrighty, so we got more houses being built. Uh-oh. So they are saying we have a water shortage, but I am not saying that. Alright. So, what we will do... We don't have a water shortage. And I don't want to bring in an overwhelming amount of water that we don't technically need. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure our electricity is good. Alright. We are having a housing shortage, they're claiming. So let's go ahead and put down a few more houses. I don't want to expand any farther in that direction. Alright. Let's see. So we want to go ahead and put something here. Oh, I truly adore when they just come out with these fun little, you know, side gigs that they have going on. That's the one thing that we didn't have in City Skylines 1, where we have now. We have a whole commentary now of how people are doing in the city. And I do enjoy that aspect of this. So let's go ahead and put down some more piping here. Let's see. We'll make sure I get it connected properly. Alright, connected here. So we'll go ahead and send it this way and get a nice, good distribution. We got a lot of power still going. A lot of water availability. I believe we are connected here as well. So let's go ahead and try and connect right here, because we didn't truly get a good connection. Now, let's go ahead and connect everything up, and they're asking us for more general industry. We have a whole lot of people trying to come in and get some work, and look at all these cars coming in. Just fantastic. Some people going to work, and a whole lot of people are coming into town to work. A whole lot of people are coming in town to move in and stay. Look at that. Alright. So as of right now, we could bring in more general industry, but I do want to go ahead and fill in some of these not industrial zones. Let's go ahead and fill in some of these residential housing zones. I will fill all the way up to here and put another 3x3 as well. Alrighty, so we have another 3x3. We want to put a low density small business back here where people don't have to go all the way to the very front of their I would say they don't want to actually have to drive too far out. And I believe we went ahead and canceled one of our buildings out. So let's go ahead and rezone that. Alrighty. So they're starting to ask again for more medium residential buildings. But let's see. We can zone those for a little bit farther down here. But as of right now, let's go ahead and try and get some more of these people to work. Alrighty. So let's start zoning all this. We want to keep our industry as far away from our residents as we can. I'm not a huge fan of having them too close because they can have a lot of noise pollution, a lot of pollution just generated, and that's not good for anybody. So let's keep them as far away as you can, but eventually we will have them kind of closer together as our city gets larger, and we will have make it a little bit easier for people to get to work. So what eventually we will do here is I want to take an overpass along this way so we can connect these two. We do have a power line here, so that may not happen as of right now, but we might try and go underground. But that's going to be for a later date. Let's go ahead and start zoning a little bit more for our businesses. Let's see. So that goes 5 back on this side. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we are almost there. I want to try and keep it as even as we can. I'm not going to put anything here as of yet. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we should have zoned enough to get the need for local businesses down. So let's go ahead and start getting a little bit more residents in here. Alrighty, so let's see, what is our city looking like? Wow, look at we have a lot of people trying to move in, and we got a lot of nice buildings being made. Yeah, that is incredible. Let's see, we need to get some pathways in here. Alright, so unfortunately, I think I made a little bit of a goof, and we do not have any pathways we can place here because someone does own this property. They may not be using it, so what we'll do is I'm going to zone this out. Alright, let's turn off... Can we turn off some of our snapping tools? Alrighty, let's turn off from our snapping tools so we can try and get as close as we can. There we go. Yep, let's get that here. Let's get a nice, beautiful 90. As close as we can. There we go. 89 degrees is close enough in my opinion. Let's send it all the way so people have some room to walk. Alright, let's put that all the way down here. They're not really going to be going too far in here. But they have a little bit of, they have somewhere to, jog to. If they don't want to leave the neighborhood or something of that nature. Alrighty, so we do have some industries that do need some more demand. But right now, let's go ahead and worry about something a little bit different. We do want a pedestrian bridge eventually. Let's see, what can we do for a pedestrian bridge? Uh-oh. No, that is not going to work for us. As we get a little bit better at this game, we'll start trying to put that in. But as of right now, let's not worry about that too much. Yes, let's go ahead and try and get a palm tree or two in here. Let's zoom in, make sure we can see where we're placing everything. Can we get a bush in here? I don't think we can. We got one there. Let's try and get another one here as well. And another one here. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So eventually, as we come back and watch and we come back to this location, I'll try and fill this in as best as we can to try and make it a little bit more appealing for people who want to walk back here. But as of right now, we're not going to worry about it too much. We're just going to keep going ahead, putting in some general industry. Alrighty, so we have some demand. We can start zoning in this area because that's going to be quite a bit away, and eventually we can start, trying to send the highway back a bit further because we have a lot of room still to play with. So we'll go ahead and start zoning for 4x4 here. Place that there. We'll go ahead and zone this entire block, leaving room for our roads to continue if we need to. Alrighty. So as that goes down, we're having more people want to move in, but I'm not going to really rush into that too much. We're getting pretty close to our milestone, which is great to see. Alright, let's see. Has anybody visited this cemetery? People are staying healthy. I'd love to see it. But man, they really make it look like, a lot of people have been here. But nonetheless, look at that view. Just astonishing. Alrighty. So as we keep going, let's see. What else do we need? I believe we do have a recycling center. Yep, we got a recycling center all the way over here. It's a landfill. So we should have a bit of trash going on here. Alrighty, so we got a landfill. All this junk has been piled up back here. Eventually, we will need something to actually get rid of this. Alright, let's see. What can we see here? We have gotten to the small village, guys. What is next for us? We have education, new development tree. We have more loans. But first, we definitely need to put down elementary and high schools. Let's see, what else can we do here? So we have roundabouts, and we also have advanced roads. So we have 3 to play with. I don't really want to run out of power, so let's go ahead and get an emergency battery station just in case we have an issue with, natural disasters or anything of that nature. Water treatment plants are going to be nice to have, but as of right now, let's not worry about them too much. We do need a hospital, and we do need incineration plants, and we do not need colleges right now. I don't think we have enough educated people in terms of elementary and high school to really worry about a college as of right now. So what we will do is let's go ahead and get an incinerator plant. Let's get that, and let's see, where can we go ahead and put that? Let's go ahead and try and slow down the time here for us. That is not the right place. Alright, so we need an incinerator plant. This thing is massive, so we will need a lot of space for this. But that will help us out with, a little bit of power generation. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have this all by itself for as of right now. Okay, our snapping tools are on. That is nice to know. Actually, before I do check that, I believe we do have water in this area, which isn't the most appealing thing to know that we're having some incineration going on there. But as of right now, we'll try not to get it too close. So if we do have full water in, at least we'll be in the industrial zone as well. So let's go ahead and try and put some water in here and get that sent back. That should be good enough. Alrighty, let's see. Let's see if the incineration plant. It's a $1 million. I can afford it. Overlapping items. Let's see. Is it worth putting this down now? That is a great question, because we do still need a bit of education. I think I can handle. Let's go ahead and put the incinerator down here. Leaves us a little bit of money, and we will go ahead and put an elementary school down because that is 100% necessary for our citizens to have. And let's give the little kids a nice view of the waterway here. Unfortunately, you know, some people will be losing their homes, but yeah, you know, that's the unfortunate part about it. But it is what it is. Alright, so we got another payout of 800,000. So that should give us, you know, police officers, fire and rescue, livestock. Okay. So we're not gonna worry about that too much. Let's see, what can we do here? Let's go ahead and keep the time stopped. Are we able to worry about? What are we able to worry about here? We do have a bit more for development. We don't need colleges. We went through that already. Let's see. Let's worry about. Let's do this. Happy citizens are good citizens. So let's go ahead and put a welfare office. We do want a city hall eventually, but that is not something we're going to put right now. And for recycling, we do need a hospital, but I don't think our city is large enough for that as of yet. We do want a solar power plant eventually, just for clean energy. It won't work all the time, but it is, I think it will need you guys to have. So let's not worry about that too much right now. The real issue here is finding where can we go to try and worry about our economics. So let's see, taxation, we're at 10%. Let's try and bump that up to about 12% for everything and see how much money we can bring in. So as of right now, we are losing a lot of money. Okay, so hopefully we can make some of that money back with some taxation. And I don't want to lose too much money here, because we definitely need to start bringing in money to really sustain a lot of this. So let's try and bump it up one more percentage to 13% for everything. If they start having an issue with it, you know, we can bring it up. We can always bring it back down. Alright, first things first, let's go ahead and put a fire station in the industrial zone, since they will probably have the most issue. We do also have a lot of trees over here, but it is alright. So we'll put a police office. We'll put the police over in this area. One thing we cannot do is mess with our generators. That is a very large building. So where do you want to put it? So we might have to, you know, invoke some eminent domain here. And unfortunately, they will have to go. I understand that they don't want to leave, and we don't want them to leave, but you know, it's gotta happen. I believe that should be everything we need. Oh, I guess that's everything. All right, let's see what was gonna happen if we go ahead and start this back up. Oh wow. So let's see. My God, everything is going down except for medium residential, and they are wanting some more businesses. So eventually, we're gonna have to start expanding a little bit more and a little bit more rapid. Alrighty, so let's see, where do we want to go? We can always send a road back here and let's try something a little interesting here. Let's go ahead and get this paused, and let's try a 2-lane road back. Let's see, about 136 meters is good. I don't want to get too close to that because I don't want to interrupt it. Let us see. Where is a good point? It's trying to lock on here. That is a nice lock. And that should be... That should have been pretty good. I don't think that's a 100% straight. That was the 100% not straight. So let's try and get a 4-lane road. Can we get us in a 4-lane road back? Yes, that's very straight. So what we're gonna do is get rid of these roads here. Let's see, can we keep this going a little bit further? It'd be nice if I can make a small layout here. To me, in my eyes, that looks straight. So we'll keep it going. I think I may have overdid it a little bit. So we'll go ahead and try and get rid of this last little bit. So what we can do with this, we can easily start making a small location here. And that is not straight, but you know, it's fine. We'll work with what we got. We can also try and connect some of these locations so some of our residents can have a little bit easier time getting to where they need to go. But as of right now, we're not going to worry about that. And let's go ahead and end the video here today. And that is it. We will always come back to this and as a new player of City Skylines 2, and we will get this beautiful city up and running. Thank you for watching, and that's the real Trey.